Hey everybody, welcome to Live with DJ Rossstar. It's Friday, August 29th, 2025. I'm coming to you live once again from my patio in Austin, Texas. Today we're going to talk to my buddy Ben from the band Armor for Sleep. If you have questions and you're watching this live, you can send them in the chat below. If you're watching the replay, I appreciate it, and I really hope one week you can check out one of the live shows, because part of the thing that makes this special is that I keep this 100% interactive. So I want to hear from you. Coming up next week, we're going to have Zebrahead on the show, and if you have a band or you just really like a band and you want to suggest them for this program, all you need to do is follow me on Instagram and send me a DM. I check out every submission I get, and if I think it's a good fit for the show, I will have you on. I've been doing this for a couple weeks through Instagram, and I've had Hit the Lights on here, Less Than Jake, Ballyhoo, Mercy Music, and a couple others. And I'm going to keep going every week because why not? That's the beauty of the internet. So now we're waiting for Armor for Sleep to enter the chat, and then we will go live. So let's just make sure they have the proper invite here, and then we'll be good to go. But yes, so I want to hear from you. So hello, Emma. Thank you for watching. Hello, Jill. Thank you for watching. And also let me know where you're watching from. I like to get an idea of where all the viewers are tuning in from. So we will be live in just a second. Once Armor for Sleep get in the chat, they just have to request to go live with me, and then we will be all set and ready to kick things off. So I hope you guys have a fun weekend planned. I have a couple things I'm going to be doing, but for now, let's get to this. Hey,
Yo,
what's up, man? Good morning or afternoon.
good morning. I'm gonna click share this video too.
Hell yeah. I think it's
Share.
automatic.
Oh,
I
it's
think,
automatic.
yeah, they'll know. They'll come in.
What's up, man? How's it going? I love
Sorry
I
to
love
wake
your
you.
little sunroom.
Sorry to wake you. I keep thinking you're in New Jersey all the time, but you're
Dude,
not.
I wake up so early. I've been up for like 12 hours.
Thank you, though. We're still decorating. I have a little cactus next to me on one side, a plant over here, and then in the back, you can't really see there's more plants over there.
Nice. You gonna do a little garden in there? Maybe some
We're hoping.
herbs?
It's a good
Yeah.
problem to have. In Nashville, the house we had was really small. We couldn't do anything, and now we have a lot of space here in Texas. So there's like so much empty room to put things in, or to put.
Yeah.
We're trying to make it a whole production out here. So hopefully, in a couple of weeks, if you tune back in, there'll be even more stuff to check out in the background. But
Yeah, I'm
anyway,
excited. I'm excited to see the progress.
thank you. What are we looking at on your end? I see a blank white wall. Very
Uh
luxurious.
yeah, just a blank white wall. Yeah, there's some sound treatment. This is my little home studio. There's a guitar boat over there.
Kind of see it.
Um Yeah, my computer's actually to the right, but the window's over there. So
It
that's
looks
why
like
we're
a.
facing the white wall.
It looks like a gaming chair. Do you play games when you're not doing music?
No, I
No.
don't. Yeah, no, this is just so I can fully recline and like take a nap when I'm working on stuff.
And now it's reversed because we're on the Instagram. But what does your shirt say? I'm trying to read it, but it's all backwards.
Echo the
The
Dolphin.
fantastic series.
You know, yeah, so I've been stopped more times wearing this shirt than any other shirt because apparently, and I didn't know this about Echo the Dolphin, this is one of the hardest video games ever
Yeah.
made. It's like I think it debuted with the Sony PlayStation, if I'm not mistaken, but apparently it was like a weird Japanese game. It came with no instruction manual at all, and they're like the most bizarre commands in the game that you have to figure out through chance, and it's apparently a very difficult game. So a lot of people love and hate this game.
Someone had a good point. They said doesn't play games,
Yo, what's up,
wearing.
Mike? My
Someone
friend
said
Mike is in here.
doesn't play video games, but wearing video game shirt. Okay. I mean, I used to wear a
Okay,
Mac.
so I do
Sorry.
play video games, just not in this chair and not in this room. I'll amend my statement.
There you go. I do believe they're going to release a remastered version of Echo. So if it's not too late, maybe you can submit some
Dude,
music
I
for
gotta
it.
get into it. Yeah.
I was
Yeah,
going
my
to say
friend, actually, my friend who's right in here, Mike, I think he's the one who told me about Echo the Dolphin being
oh, that's.
impossible.
Have you
Um,
never have you played it a lot, or you've never gone that deep into the game?
Never gone. Honestly, I don't think I've ever actually played it. So I think this came out before my family bought like a game system for the house because I didn't grow up with that much money. So we were handed down game systems like generations later. So the first game system I had, I think, was like Super Nintendo, but at that point, like N64 was already out or something. So
I get it. See, I
thanks,
lost interest
Jesse.
after Super Nintendo. I kind of lost interest. I found music and wanting to go to concerts, and I stopped playing. I kind of wish
Yeah,
I was more into it,
yeah,
but
I
here we
feel
are.
that.
Let's talk some music. We got 20 minutes. We got a lot of people popping in here. You
Oh,
have a
hell
lot of
yeah.
you have a lot of things going on. I know a lot of
Oh my
people.
God, we have so much going on. It's crazy.
Where do we begin? What's first? What's coming up? What's the first thing you have coming up?
First order of business, which is kind of interesting because we haven't done this in so long, but we're going to England in September for 7 shows, and we haven't been there since 2007, I
Wow.
think, if I'm not mistaken. So we only went to England twice ever. One time, our good friends in a band called Star brought us out, and another time we went out with a couple other bands, but that was it. So there's a promoter out there named Adrian. Um, who really want us to come over and bring the What to Do in Your Dead anniversary tour over there. So we're going out there for 7 shows. It starts September 13th is the first show, and it just goes that whole week. Um, and yeah, so it'll be cool. It'll be interesting to see who comes out to their shows, who's been listening all these years, and you know, and yeah, that's it. It's kind of been like we're like pushing the tour, but like I don't want to blitz everyone with it because we're only trying to advertise to like those people in the UK. Um, but it's gonna be a good time. And
I mean,
then after, yeah, go
I was
ahead.
gonna say people might want to fly in though, or travel from train from other countries. So you should push that.
Maybe, yeah, quick to travel from different places in Europe.
Fantastic. So you got
Um,
that for a week, and then you're gonna be hanging out, and maybe fans will see you on the street, and they can take you around, give you a tour. Might be fun.
yes. And I would encourage anyone in the UK, please take me under your wing and show me good places to eat because I have weird memories of the food situation last time I was in England. Last time we're still going to be in a Sprinter van this time, but we're stopping at a lot of gas stations, and I know gas stations are not the best representation of British food,
Yeah.
but from what I remember, from what they had at gas stations, I was intrigued by the food selection there. So if someone could take my hand and bring me to good restaurants in the UK, I will love you forever.
This might be a
Um,
boring, it might be a boring question, but when you fly over there, where do you get all the instruments? Do you have to borrow or rent?
um, Yeah, we rent. We basically fly with guitars in hand, and then we're renting a drum set when we're there. And because it's 2025, there are like digital simulators instead of amps that we use when we tour with here anyway. So like I'll fly with a backpack, basically of my amp in it. So we don't have to like rent amps in the same way we did before. But yeah, we still have to rent a drum set, still have to rent like a soundboard and stuff like that. But there's a rental company over there that'll do it for us.
Do you stand out in security because you're walking through with all this equipment? Like, do they take you and do like the detailed search to see why you have all this stuff with you?
Oh, they might. Yeah, they might have to take us in the back room, slap us around for a little bit, and
Yeah,
then
put the
hopefully we'll
gloves
get
on.
through. Yeah.
Hey, so who are you going to be playing with? Let's give a shout out to them.
So Hello Goodbye is opening up the shows. Actually, I don't actually know if Hello Goodbye or Vinny Caruana are playing first. So we're bringing out Vinny Caruana from The Movie Life and I'm the Avalanche,
Awesome.
legendary Long Island musician. We've known him for forever. Used to hang out with him in New York City back in the day all the time. So very excited to bring Vinny over, and then we're bringing over Hello Goodbye again. They did our What to Do When You're Dead US tour. They opened that for us. So Forrest and the boys are going to come out and open up for us there. So it's going to be a little adventure for all of us.
And so
Thank you, Vitra.
after you play the full record, what do you do then? Do you just leave the stage, or do you have like a bunch of other greatest hits to go through?
Um, So we do the record mostly in order. We shuffle around a couple songs, and then what we're doing in the States, I don't know if we're going to do this in the UK, is we play a bunch of like deeper cuts before saying goodbye for the whole night. So we basically do the album as it was intended, front to back, aside from like a couple small revisions,
Yeah,
and then we play some deeper cuts. But since we haven't been to the UK in a long time, um, I feel like we might, instead of doing like random B-sides that are like super deep cuts that nobody knows, we
yeah.
might dig into like a couple a couple of our albums that we haven't gotten to play in the UK a bit more. So yeah, hey Weird Fish, we might do some Smile for Them, some Dream to Make Believe in there, as opposed to like this is a random B-side that we haven't ever played.
Yeah, for the two people that really want to hear that song.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, so what do you think is the best song on that record, or your favorite? I want to compare it to what the people in the chat think.
On What to Do When You're Dead.
Yeah, like what's the one that you're most proud of to this day?
Um, I mean, for me, I really like the last song, which is called "The End of a Fraud." It kind of like encapsulates everything we wanted to do with that album, making it a story from front to back, and something I really wanted to do to make sure that the album was cohesive was I wanted to bring back themes that were earlier in the record, in the last song, just to kind of wrap it up and to let everybody know who was thinking, like, wait, is this one concept album front to back? Like, by the time they get to that last song, their suspicions can be confirmed, and I wanted it to be known like, yes, this was all the same thing. So with the End of a Fraud, we brought back like the bridge of the truth about heaven. We made it kind of this like big Pink Floydy moment. So that's I think I'm most proud of that. And Basement Goat singing too, console. I like that.
Now I see. I'm trying to be more interactive with this live chat. So I'm just letting
Yeah,
them
I'm
all.
trying to.
I'm
Yeah,
trying
I
to.
know.
It just goes so quickly though. I wish there was a way to like make it stay longer on the screen. That's my only complaint. Instagram, figure it out, right?
Yeah.
So
Thanks,
what happened?
Chelsea.
So what
Yeah.
happens? We're gonna do the tour, and then you just
Yeah.
then you have to come right back to America. You can't go to.
Yeah, then we come back to the States. We have October off, and then November is going to be an amazing, huge US tour. It's going to be us, and then it's a co-headlining tour between Census Fail and Story of the Year. So we play first, and then every night, Story of the Year and Census Fail swap out who's playing last. I looked at the schedule. Actually, I don't know if there's a spoiler, but I think pretty much every night they change who's closing out the show.
That's
Um,
cool though, because either way you win if you're going to the show, because both great live bands.
Yeah, and I assume they'll play like the same set every night. It's just literally like one show, one band will close, the other band will close. But I don't think like if Census Fell is not closing, they're gonna play a shorter set. They probably both play like an hour and change.
And I'm sure they're not watching, but I'm a huge fan of the album Wolves by Story of the Year.
Yeah,
So I
hell
would
yeah.
I would love for them to do a tour where they play that album in full, because that one
Yes.
that gets completely overlooked. They do maybe one song or none now at this point, and every time bums me out. It's such a great
Yeah.
record.
Yeah.
What about you though? I mean, you're playing it, you're doing these old songs. What about anything new? People want to know. Hey, it's been a year already since the one song you put out.
Yeah.
Now what?
Um, I feel like we're gonna have something to say on that pretty soon.
Oh wow.
So everyone who's in here in the chat, thank you guys so much. Um, yeah, it's gonna be pretty exciting coming up in a couple weeks. So stay tuned.
When you put
Is
out
all I'll say.
when you put out the one new song, did you write a bunch, or you just wrote one and done a year ago?
Um, as I just said, stay tuned.
Oh,
Couple weeks.
oh, okay. You might have something lingering around for a year. I get it.
Yeah. So we actually put out two singles. One called "In Another Dream," another called "What a Beautiful World," and we did not just record those new songs. So there's more there's more that we were kind of working on.
That's
Uh,
fantastic.
yeah, man. Uh, so.
Does this consume you like every day, all day, or do you have other hobbies now that you're older and doing more things in life?
Um, no, I definitely do other things in life. Yeah, so it's interesting when you're in a band. I think the outside perspective is like 24/7, you're doing the band all the time.
Yeah,
Maybe that's how like Taylor Swift does it. I don't know. Maybe there's some people where literally they wake up and all they do is the band. For me, I would fry myself out. So I think it's like there are intense periods of time, like when we're working on an album or something, there's a period of writing where it's like, shit, I need to have 8 songs done in 3 weeks. Literally, then it's like I wake up, I work on all that. But like once the songs are written and the album is done, and then maybe there's a 6 month waiting period. Thank you for the congratulations on getting married. I appreciate that. Maybe there's like
yeah.
a waiting period before the album comes out. Then I kind of like don't work on the band at all because you're just kind of
Wow.
like waiting for that to come out. So it is a weird experience to like at some point have it like totally consume you. But like most of the time, I'm just living life. I go to the gym every day at 9 a.m., hang out with my friends. I come home, I walk the dogs, tend to just home life, enjoy Southern California.
Regular
And
guy until it's time to pick up the guitar
until
again.
it's time. Yeah, until we're on tour. And then on tour it's 24/7, armor for sleep nonstop. And that's also like why I am so appreciative of like being on tour and like definitely for this. Yes, I will be using the Gibson SG for the next couple tours. Like for the Census Fail Story of the Year tour, every night after we play, I'm gonna be like, "Hey guys, I'm going to the merch table right now. Come say what's up to me." And I do
Huge.
that because being in a band for me is this experience of like going on tour for a month and then being home for a couple months. So like when I'm there on tour, I want to make the most out of it and like talk to as many people as possible. And that's
Yeah.
why it's so important to me to like go shake hands, say what's up to people. Because like I know I'm gonna get home and I'm gonna be like, damn, I'm home for 3 months. I should have made more of the time when I was on tour. I should have met more people and like shaken more hands. So
No, I love
yeah.
that. And now you see what the Rejects are doing every time they play a house party show. They're super interactive, so it makes everyone else look bad if you're not going to the merch table now, probably, and taking
Yeah.
pictures and hanging out.
Yeah.
So let's take some questions. I know it's hard to read the bottom of the screen.
Yeah,
Oh,
no, and sorry guys, you guys have been saying really nice things. I'm sorry if
yeah,
I'm missing a
now
lot of
now
it.
I'll read them to you. I'll shout them out. So now is the time, everybody. Okay, a lot of people are just excited to see you play, which is great. I found you guys on LimeWire. Okay, that must have been a couple days
Uh-oh,
ago.
that doesn't sound legal.
Oh, how do you
And
choose touring members when the originals can't go? That's a good question.
so Eric and Chad have been rocking with us for I want to say like a couple years now, and they're super talented musicians in their own rights, and we're super happy to have them on board. And if you guys haven't met Eric and Chad, I suggest go and say what's up to them on the show. They're amazing musicians, the best dudes ever. Yeah.
Are you going to go live at any of these shows so people can watch if they can't make it down?
Maybe, yeah. We've never done that, but maybe we'll try. Yeah. I think Nash has talked about setting up like a drum camera next to him. And so maybe we'll do like a live set from Nash's perspective so you can see how hard he's working because Nash by the end of every set, literally every ounce of energy from him is completely drained.
That's awesome. It's going quick, but someone said, "How about Wanderers Guild Live?"
Yeah, we do Wanderers Guild every now and then.
Yeah. Is there anything that
Yeah.
you won't play? Well, I know you mentioned some B sides that nobody wants to hear. Is there anything that like people will shout out a lot and you just can't do it because you don't remember how to play it?
No, I don't think there's anything that is like off limits for us.
That's so cool. Wow,
Uh
so you know it all.
yeah. Well, whether we know it is one thing, but
Yeah, you know it. Eric and Chad may not know it.
yeah. Yeah, we might have to take a minute to rehearse it, but there's no song that we're like we will never play that. Like I know like for Paramore, it was Misery Business for like a decade, but like we don't
Yeah.
have that song.
Hey, somebody said now that you're married, will we get happy songs from you? That's a good question.
That is a good question. Unfortunately or fortunately, I can't really write happy songs. I
That's the
feel like
that's the bass side in you.
yeah, like when I go to create, it's usually because I have to get something like off my chest or I'm in an introspective place. And you know, I think maybe there could be a song or two that I wouldn't say is happy, but is maybe like hopeful. I think I'm not gonna write like a major chord like Kumbaya song that's not who I am.
And
Yeah,
that's
again,
okay.
fortunately or unfortunately, maybe there's a part of me that's like, I wish I could have like a wider like palette of songs that I could write, but I think I'm confident in myself enough to know that like that's just not what I do, and that if I tried to do that, it would be like fake.
Well, at this point, you're not putting out songs as frequently, so whatever you're going to put out is how you're feeling at the moment, of course.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay. When I was a teenager, I never expected all these bands to still be touring. I don't know if they expected that either, huh?
Yeah, honestly, I didn't expect it myself. I think there was like a period of maybe like 10 years where I thought Armor for Sleep was kind of in my past,
Yeah.
and I needed to come to a moment of like discovery for myself that I still wanted to do it, and then uh you know and then now I'm all in again.
That's cool. Was there one person in particular that was in your ear for 10 years saying you got to go back and do this, or just a couple people?
I would say honestly, it was the fans. It was you guys and like all you guys in the chats that kept it alive for me, that wouldn't let me forget about it and just reminded me and us over the years that the band still meant something. And I think there was a time in my life when I kind of tried to block that out, and then when I chose to like let that in and listen to you guys, it made me realize that what I did and what we did wasn't for nothing. So you guys helped me bring it back. So thank you.
That's awesome. And if
Yeah.
they and if they want to book you to play X, Y, and Z, they just have to talk to you about it. Like the guy who you said is flying you over to the UK. If you want to
Yeah.
do like a big tour, you're down. You just have to do the logistics, obviously.
Yeah, absolutely.
So after November, then what happens? You come back from Story of the Year, then it's holiday season, probably nothing around then, unless you do like a Christmas show or something, huh?
Yeah, might be holiday stuff, but I don't know about that. Yeah, so everything dies over Christmas and New Year's.
Yeah.
And then we'll pick things up probably in like the spring. Nothing on the books yet, but we're definitely looking to see what we could do then, because yeah, because it's gonna be a cool time.
I love that. Do you think you'll be doing like a 40th anniversary tour? Can you see yourself doing this now until you're done?
I've been I was trying to do the math on like how old I would be at those points, and
Yeah.
yeah, I mean I'd be down as long as we can all still walk. I'm down to do it.
You and I are like the same age. We won't be that old. I hope we can still walk in 20 years. That's not good. If we
Yeah,
can't, we
I
have other
know.
problems.
That's part of the reason why I'm going to the gym. I gotta stay young as long as possible.
Let's see. Some of the first time I saw you was at the Chameleon Club in 2005. That's really cool.
Oh,
Are
damn.
you
Thank you for still being here.
at this point? Are you still going to new venues? I mean, I'm sure they pop up every now and then. Like on this coming tour in the U.S. Are there places you've never been that you're going to
Oh
go?
yeah, absolutely. Definitely playing new venues. Also playing like new sizes of venues. Like I feel like the first time we did that was when we toured with Bayside a little bit more than a year ago. We were playing some venues we'd never played before at like the Fillmores. The Fillmores are kind of like I think they're like a step above House of Blues, like capacity wise.
Yeah.
We just have never toured with bands that big. So that was really cool for us. We're going to be back in some of those rooms with Census Fail and Story of the Year. Um, so
Such a
yeah.
great. Is there a name for the tour? I didn't look it up. It's such a great lineup, though.
Yeah, it's called the Scream Team.
Makes
I
sense.
guess, yeah, because they scream. So I don't know if we're officially part of the Scream Team because we don't scream like they do, but
Do you have like your own favorite Census Fail track or record from them?
um yeah, I mean, I have memory. I mean, obviously we're from New Jersey, just like Census Fail, so we
Yeah.
grew up with those guys. So my memories of Census Fail are like literally from like from their first couple albums. Like I think what was there an EP called From the Depths of Dreams, and
It sounds
like
like it.
I yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, like those first couple records, because I have memories of like going to see them play at VFW halls in New Jersey. I think like right when Armor was like right when we were starting to do stuff is when they were getting started in Jersey. So those are my memories of them. So I'm excited to see them play some old songs.
And I grew up on Long Island, so I used to take the bridge over to go to Birch Hill and Chrome and all those cool
Oh
venues.
hell yeah, yeah, Chrome.
See all you guys playing back in the day. So now I'm here in
Hmm.
Texas and you're on the West Coast. So
Yep. Hmm.
we've left our roots, but we will never forget.
Joe from Amberlin is here. What's up, dude?
Hey man, so keep the questions coming. We got a couple more minutes. Let's make sure we got all the facts before we
Dude,
go.
guys, the new Anne Berlin album is actually sick. Joe, I don't know if I told you this. I listened to it after the tour. I love it. Good job.
Ben, do you still attack Nash with the needler?
Every day. I still have it. No,
What
I'm
does
just
that
kidding.
mean?
So we put out a touring DVD in like 2007 or something. Um and I had an old cell phone that had an antenna on it, and there was a bit in the tour DVD where we would all stab Nash in the neck with the broken cell phone, and we called it the Needler because that was a weapon in the Halo 2 game,
Okay.
which is what we're playing. So
See,
people,
he
so
plays
after all
games.
this time, people still come up to us at shows and they're like, "Do you have the Needler? Are you still stabbing Nash with it?"
What was the last time you watched that DVD of yourself?
It's been a while, and my wife Kaylee, we've never watched it together, and every day she's like, "Can we watch the DVD?" And I'm like, "I do not want to watch that."
See, that's
But
cool that she
she,
wants to.
yeah, she really wants to.
I'm the
Um,
opposite. I force my wife to watch all my old
oh,
stuff.
really?
She probably has no interest in seeing. I'm like, watch this interview of me 17 years ago talking to this band. Okay, no one cares.
Man, you've got a lot of interviews. You got a lot of material to show, though.
Yeah, there was a lot more that I that disappeared off the face of the internet. Sadly, that was my.
Really?
People always say like, "What was your biggest regret?" My biggest regret was not doing a YouTube thing back in the day. The
Mm.
problem was that I was doing the show on Stickum.com, which was a great place to do shows and
Oh, I
stuff.
remember that.
But back in the day, YouTube, you couldn't upload like hour-long videos. So I would do the show on
Oh,
Stickum. I would do the show on Stickum. I would save it there, and that's where it lived. But one day, Stickum wrote me and said, "Hey, we're shutting down. You have 12 hours to save every video you can of your
holy
concert."
shit.
I was like, okay. So I was like, well, what's the biggest one? Katy Perry, Fall Out Boy, and I just got like 50 to 70, and the rest are
Damn.
gone forever. So I can tell people all I want. Hey, did Paramore's second interview? Right here. Who did Panic at the Disco's first or second? Right here. But I don't have the proof, but I know I did it.
Oh my God. There's not like a Wayback Machine that can like,
I wish. Actually, I think
yeah.
the Panic interview is on YouTube. It's cool,
Okay.
and you probably have this too, being in the band. People will record things that you probably don't even know about, and then they post it years later. I had a guy who's a big MyChem fan, and he went back and posted all these old audios he had, and he had my interviews with Gerard and Frank from 2003. I had no clue that they were ever recorded. He was just a fan
Wow.
that had it back in the day and put it on YouTube 20 years later. So you never know
That's
what's going to
awesome.
surface.
Yeah.
That's why the internet's dangerous too, because anything you ever say on stage probably lives forever on there.
Yeah.
So you better watch out on the store. Don't say anything compromising. All right, couple more.
Roxy. Yeah, I was definitely friends with the MCR guys. I would say there's a period of time where Mikey was like a good friend of me. Actually, when I just started Armor for Sleep, this is a funny story. I've told this before, but Mikey was a good friend of mine, and he was the first person I called to be in Armor, and I was like, "Hey, Mikey, let's practice in like a week." He used to work at a Barnes and Noble close to my house. I would go over there, hang out with him for coffee, like on his lunch break. So Mikey was going to come over and practice as the first bass player that I was ever trying out, and he called me the day before practice. He was like, "Hey, so I've decided I'm going to join my brother's band." And I was like, "Oh, I didn't know Gerard had a band." He's like, "Yeah, we're going to call it My Chemical Romance." And I was like, "Awesome." I was like, "Good luck to you guys." So that's why Mikey's not in Armor for Sleep. I'm sure he
Wow.
could have done a bunch of stuff, but yeah, I don't even know. Honestly, I haven't talked to him about that. I don't even know if he would remember that. He probably won't even remember that. But yeah, I love Mikey, and those dudes are the best guys. Super nice, amazing. Could not have happened to a better group of guys.
Did you have a chance to go watch the big show that just came over to your side?
I didn't. I mean, I wanted to go, but I don't know. I have this thing. I'm sure you feel it too when you have friends who are in big bands. Like you never, they have a million friends and family going to these shows. You never want to be the guy who's like imposing. And like as someone in a band, when like
Yeah.
one of my best friend hits me up, I'm always like, oh my God, of course I'll put you on the guest list. But like as someone on the other side of things, I always like I don't want to be that guy. So I didn't
I
hit them
only
up. I'm sure they had a lot going on.
I only do it if I talk to them often, like
Yeah,
Bayside. Like I talk to Nick a lot, or like Vic from Pierce the Veil. I know I can write to them and not feel bad about it. But there's like
yeah.
thousands of other bands that I would never do that. I'd be too afraid.
Yeah, yeah, I always err on the side of like I don't want to be annoying, where like I probably could have and it would not have been a big deal, but
Do you still
whatever.
go to shows though? I mean, you live in Los Angeles. There's a ton of music there.
I try to, yeah. When my friends are in town, I try and go see them. Yeah, yeah, I love going to shows.
So you're still active. You don't just walk the dogs and go to Hawaii every weekend. You're doing other stuff. I love that.
Yeah, I mean, the scene has changed, obviously, and it seems a little different in Southern California than it was in New Jersey when I was growing up. But also, if I lived in New Jersey, the scene is just different out there. I don't think, and I could be wrong, but I don't think like the VFW hall search scene is the same as it was when we were growing up. Like when we
No,
were growing up, there were three shows a weekend, um, if not more, and the local scene was thriving. There would be 500 kids at a VFW hall show. Like I don't think it's the same. So, I don't know how many like big club shows I can go to in a weekend before I just get sick of it.
hey man, I remember. I remember it all. I'm glad we lived during that time.
Yeah.
I know you're still reading. It's hard to read the messages and talk at the same
Yeah.
time. All right. Well, I guess we'll wrap it up because this could go on forever. But I want to thank you. Let's make sure we tell them one more time. You're going to the UK for a week in September, and then in November you're going to go on tour with Census Fail and Story of the Year, Scream Team
Hmm.
tour. You're going to have new song, new music. I don't know. You won't give me more info than
I
that.
don't know. Yeah, just keep your
You
eyes peeled, everyone, and
something's happening. That's all that matters.
something's happening.
And
Maybe something's happening.
if you're watching
Yeah,
for the
and you
first,
guys, especially you, Star Funeral. I see you all the time being so supportive. Thank you
if you
so
are,
much. I really appreciate all of you guys. And
yeah,
you know, thank you so much for doing this interview too. But to everyone who's watching here, like it means a lot to have you here and supporting us. So yeah, thank you guys.
I was going to say, if you don't mind, people, if you do follow me, I am on every week. I have Zebrahead coming up. I have Mess coming up. I've been talking to Vic, hopefully Pierce Vale coming up. So I will be doing this weekly for the foreseeable future. So please follow me. And if you go on my Instagram, Ben can vouch for me. I have tons of throwbacks.
I can vouch for him. Yeah.
You'll see videos of me
Yeah.
on there from like 30 years ago doing this thing. So,
Yes. And my favorite one is when you interviewed Katy Perry and she was like a baby and then
oh
when you
yeah,
made her.
my friends used to go to all my shows, and that show they said, I don't know who that is, I'm not coming over. And then a month later, I Kissed a Girl came out, and they said, you should
Yeah.
get that girl on. I said she was already there, and I showed them the video, and they said, oh man, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Jonah Hill was over too. He was like a keyboardist in the band before he was an actor. So I have a video of that also on YouTube. I'm gonna send you
Really?
that. Yeah,
What band?
Big Japan.
I did not know that.
Yeah, it was a
Wow.
bunch of actors. Adam Brody from the OC was the drummer, and Jonah Hill was the keyboardist.
Wow. That's awesome.
You learned something new today. All right,
I
Ben,
know.
thanks so much. I'll let
Yeah,
you
thank you
wake
so
up.
much, man. Yeah.
And I love you all, and thank you all for watching. I'll see you soon.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
Bye, guys. Have a good day.